When the world's e-commerce giant decided to tackle electric vehicles, nobody saw the earthquake coming. The automotive world is about to experience what bookstores, retailers, and cloud computing customers already know. When Amazon enters your industry, nothing stays the same. While traditional automakers continue pushing electric trucks with luxury price tags, $60,000, $70,000, even $80,000, Amazon has quietly been backing a revolutionary approach that's about to send shockwaves through Detroit, Silicon Valley, and beyond. Meet the Slate EV truck, priced at just $20,000 after incentives. Not a concept car, not a future dream. This is real, and it's already accepting reservations. Before you dismiss this as another overhyped startup, understand one crucial detail. This isn't just another EV company. This is Amazon's entry into transportation, and they're about to do to cars what they did to everything else they've touched. Let's start with a reality check on today's automotive market. The average new vehicle now costs nearly $50,000, while the average American earns $55,000 annually. This fundamental disconnect has created a market where buying a new car means taking on debt equivalent to nearly a year's salary. It's financially toxic and absolutely unsustainable. The electric revolution was supposed to democratize transportation. Instead, it's become the opposite, a luxury segment where entry-level prices start where most Americans' budgets end. Look at today's electric truck landscape. Ford F-150, Lightning $60,000 plus Rivian R1T $70,000 plus Tesla, Cybertruck $80,000 plus. The industry celebrations about going green ring hollow when 90% of Americans are priced out of participation. These aren't vehicles for the masses, they're status symbols disguised as environmental progress. The question nobody in the automotive establishment wants to address is simple. Why do vehicles cost so much in the first place? The answer reveals an industry that's grown comfortable with bloat, inefficiency, and feature creep that serves manufacturer profits rather than customer needs. Today's vehicles contain features that add thousands to the price tag while delivering questionable value. Power seats with 16-way adjustment, infotainment systems that become obsolete before your first oil change, ambient interior lighting with dozens of color options. These aren't innovations, they're distractions from the core purpose of transportation. The dirty secret of automotive manufacturing is that modern vehicles are engineered with planned obsolescence as a core design principle. Those 100-plus microprocessors in your dashboard, each one represents a potential $800 repair bill when they inevitably fail. Your power tailgate that takes 10 seconds to open? That's another $1,500 repair waiting to happen. The industry has mastered the art of adding complexity that serves their service departments rather than your daily needs. What if someone approached vehicle design from first principles? What if instead of asking what else can we add, they asked what can we eliminate? That's precisely the approach behind the Slate Truck. The Slate design philosophy is radical in its simplicity. Build only what people need, nothing more. This vehicle wasn't designed in the echo chambers of Detroit or the status-obsessed halls of Silicon Valley. It was created with the ruthless efficiency that's made Amazon the force it is today. The manufacturing strategy breaks every automotive industry convention. One color option. That's it. No $5,000 premium paint choices. No paint shop to build and maintain, saving $350 million in manufacturing costs. No inventory complexity. The composite body panels are designed to be wrapped for customization, allowing you to change colors frequently if desired without paying the manufacturer for the privilege. 2. No built-in infotainment system. You already own a more powerful computer than any vehicle touchscreen, your smartphone. Slate provides a high-quality mount and connection system rather than forcing you to pay for inferior technology that can't be upgraded. 3. Manual windows. They never break, never require motor replacement, and work even when your battery is dead. The $800 per vehicle savings goes straight to your pocket, not to future repair bills. 4. A revolutionary Slateboard chassis that combines the durability of body-on-frame construction with the efficiency of unibody design. While other manufacturers were focused on adding features, Slate engineers were removing weight, complexity, and cost. 5. Direct-to-consumer sales. No dealerships means no dealer markups, no haggling, no documentation fees, no destination charges, and none of the other mysterious line items that add thousands to vehicle purchases. The result is shocking, a fully electric truck that costs $20,000 after federal incentives. This isn't some bare-bones, underpowered contraption. The Slate Truck delivers actual performance where it matters, 201 horsepower, and 195 pound-feet of torque, more than enough for daily driving 0 to 60 miles per hour in approximately 8 seconds, matching many gasoline-powered trucks. A choice between 150 miles of range, standard, or 240 miles, extended battery, fast charging that takes you from 20% to 80% in under 30 minutes, a 5.5 footbed with 1,500 pound payload capacity, matching what most truck owners actually use. Let's address the immediate objections from automotive traditionalists. 150 miles of range isn't enough. Really? The average American drives 37 miles per day. The base Slate Truck gives you 4 full days of driving before needing a charge. For the 95% of Americans who don't regularly drive cross-country, this completely solves their transportation needs. But what about features and comfort? This perspective reveals how thoroughly the industry has conditioned consumers to equate complexity with quality. The Slate approach flips this narrative entirely. True comfort comes from thoughtful design and proper ergonomics, not from power seat adjustments that break after 5 years. True innovation means eliminating problems, not adding features. What makes the Slate Truck truly revolutionary isn't just the price. It's the modular transformation capability. This isn't just a pickup truck. It's a transportation platform that can change with your needs. With bolt-on kits that can be installed in an afternoon, your Slate Truck can transform into a 5-passenger SUV or a sleek fastback crossover. The traditional automotive business model wants you to buy 3 different vehicles for different needs. Slate wants you to buy one platform that adapts. This isn't just more affordable, it's fundamentally more sustainable. The customization extends throughout the vehicle. The interior features a proprietary rail system they call Slatelets, modular components that let you reconfigure the cabin based on your specific requirements. Want storage bins? Add them? Need a work surface? Install it. Prefer different seating materials? Swap them in. Almost every aspect of the vehicle can be modified with basic tools. No proprietary equipment, no dealer visits required. This democratizes vehicle ownership in a way not seen since the early days of automobiles, when people actually understood and could work on their own vehicles. Here's the customization process. Order accessories directly from Slate and either have them professionally installed by a local partner before delivery or install them yourself. This isn't just about saving money, though you will save thousands compared to dealer-installed options. It's about reclaiming ownership of your vehicle. For small businesses and fleet operators, the financial implications are staggering. A fleet of 10 Slate trucks versus 10 traditional pickups represents savings of over $300,000 in initial purchase costs alone, not including the reduced maintenance and operating expenses. Amazon's involvement creates another dimension of disruption that terrifies traditional automakers. While they rely on parts suppliers charging 30% markups and dealership networks adding another layer of cost, Slate leverages Amazon's global supply chain and logistics expertise to source components at prices competitors can only dream about. Imagine ordering replacement parts with one-click shopping and next-day delivery. Picture mobile service technicians coming to your location rather than forcing you to visit a dealership. Envision software updates that add capabilities rather than just fixing problems. This isn't just a new vehicle, it's a new ownership paradigm. The industry response has been telling, a strategic silence. Traditional automakers won't directly acknowledge the threat because doing so would validate it. Instead, they'll dismiss it publicly while scrambling privately to understand how someone managed to create an electric truck for less than half their production costs. Let's systematically dismantle the inevitable criticisms. It's too basic. Translation: we can't charge you thousands for unnecessary complexity. The Slate Truck is basic by intention, not limitation, like a professional chef who chooses a high-quality knife over a drawer full of gadgets. Manual windows are primitive. When did we decide that mechanical components that last decades needed to be replaced with electronic systems that fail regularly? The truly primitive approach is adding complexity that serves no purpose except planned obsolescence. The range is insufficient. For whom? The vast majority of Americans drive less than 40 miles daily. This objection reveals how successfully manufacturers have convinced consumers they need capabilities they rarely use. EV startups always fail. This isn't Lordstown Motors or Faraday Future. This is a company backed by one of the world's largest corporations with the most sophisticated logistics network ever built. Amazon doesn't make speculative bets. They systematically disrupt industries. They can't achieve that price point. This skepticism comes from people who don't understand how bloated automotive manufacturing has become. When you eliminate unnecessary complexity and inefficient distribution, the savings are enormous. The $20,000 price isn't magic, it's math. People want luxury and features. Do they? Or have they simply never been offered a legitimate alternative? The Ford Maverick, currently the most stripped-down truck available, sells out instantly every year. The waiting list for the base model exceeds that of premium versions. The market is clearly demanding affordable options. The most convincing evidence that the Slate approach resonates comes from consumer behavior. The reservation system opened quietly last month, and the response has been overwhelming. Tens of thousands of $50 deposits placed without traditional advertising or marketing campaigns. This isn't just about one vehicle. The Slate philosophy could extend across vehicle categories: sedans, vans, commercial vehicles, creating an ecosystem of affordable, practical transportation options. The modular platform could spawn an industry of third-party accessories and modifications, creating new businesses and employment opportunities. The environmental implications are equally significant. Making electric vehicles accessible to average consumers accelerates adoption far more effectively than producing the showcase vehicles for the wealthy. Replacing 150,000 gasoline-powered vehicles annually with affordable electric alternatives would reduce carbon emissions by millions of tons. For consumers, the future looks brighter than it has in decades. The Slate approach challenges every aspect of vehicle ownership that has become unnecessarily expensive and complicated. It represents a return to the original promise of automobiles: accessible mobility that enhances lives rather than draining bank accounts. The automotive industry has remained fundamentally unchanged for nearly a century. The same companies, the same distribution model, the same business practices. They've had decades to innovate on affordability and accessibility, and they've consistently chosen not to. Now someone finally has, and there's no going back. The future of transportation isn't about who can add the most features or charge the highest prices. It's about who can deliver the greatest value at the lowest cost. That future begins with the Slate Truck, not just a new vehicle, but a complete reimagining of what transportation can and should be. What makes this moment truly historic is the convergence of technology, market conditions, and disruptive thinking. Electric powertrains are inherently simpler than internal combustion engines: fewer moving parts, less maintenance, longer lifespans. This creates an opportunity to rethink vehicle design from first principles. Amazon's involvement brings unparalleled logistics expertise and supply chain efficiency to an industry that has resisted fundamental change for generations. Their customer-centric approach challenges automotive traditions that have prioritized manufacturer and dealer profits over consumer needs. The timing couldn't be more perfect. With traditional vehicle prices reaching unsustainable levels and environmental concerns driving interest in electric alternatives, the market is primed for disruption. The missing piece has always been affordability, and that's exactly what Slate delivers. Production is scheduled to begin in late 2026 at a facility in the American Midwest, creating thousands of manufacturing jobs and establishing a new approach to vehicle production. By 2027 to 2028, Slate plans to produce 150,000 trucks annually, a direct challenge to established manufacturers. For too long, the electric vehicle conversation has been dominated by performance metrics and luxury features that matter to the few rather than accessibility that would benefit the many. The Slate Truck doesn't just compete in the existing market, it fundamentally changes the game by questioning every assumption about what vehicles should cost and how they should be designed. The traditional automotive industry wants you to believe their approach is the only way forward. The Slate Truck proves otherwise. It demonstrates that electric vehicles can be practical, affordable, and versatile without compromising on what truly matters. It shows that the future of transportation doesn't have to be expensive, complicated, or exclusive. You can be part of this transportation revolution today. For a fully refundable $50 deposit, less than a typical monthly streaming subscription, you can reserve your place in line for the most disruptive vehicle in decades. This isn't just about buying a truck, it's about supporting a fundamental shift in how vehicles are designed, built, and sold. The Slate Truck isn't just coming, it's already here, and nothing in the automotive world will ever be the same again.